Jay, buzzing for today, mate. Nervous, excited?
Bit nervous. Once we get out there, I'll be all right. I mean, you know, I'm playing against Jimmy Bullard, so there's nothing really to worry about, is there? Let's be honest. But
love that. Right, before that, we're going to do a cheeky little what's in the bag.
Yeah.
That video's coming out on April the 30th, which is 2 Sundays' time. We're going to start at the top.
Yeah.
And we're going to work our way down to the small bats.
Okay.
Talk to me about the big stick.
So
driver.
The driver is
actually before we start, talk to me about the head cover.
The head cover.
Where did you get them bad boys from?
So these are the old London Club limited edition. The boys hooked me up when they come in. I told them to put a couple aside for me, so yeah, they look all right, don't they? I mean, thought I'd change it up, but yeah. To be fair, the driver for me is the new. It's a bad boy, this, mate.
I think I know what you. Paradigm.
The Paradigm.
He's gone for the Callaway Paradigm.
The Paradigm.
I'm yet to hit that, but I've heard very good things about it.
You know what the great thing about it, mate, is this. You know, look, we're not pros, are we? Right? We're amateur golfers.
Definitely not. You're slightly better.
I mean,
than me,
I've seen your swing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can say you're probably not even an amateur.
No. I need to go up and get. The clubs don't make a difference for me.
But mate, you hit it anywhere on the face, it just comes out the middle, mate, and it just feels great. It still goes. It goes straight. It's a fairway finder, and it's. Yeah, I went to Clubhouse Golf. They hooked me up. The boys hooked me up there, and they said, "This is the boy you got to get." So that is the absolute.
What's your
daddy.
setup? What's your setup? How do you tune it? What have you got it on?
I've got it on 10.5. Yeah. I'll go have an extra stiff shaft.
Yeah.
And mate, when I stand over it, I can just feel like I can just give it a larrup.
That's half a golf, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, like it's one of them clubs where it's like, it's just get it out there, and when you know you're confident with it, it's forgiving. You don't have to hit it out the centre.
You bomb it as well, don't you?
I can hit it a fair way. I mean, I'm going to be 50 yards past Jim. I know that. That's
what's your carry?
About 350. I don't know.
Right, chuck that bad boy in. What have you got next? Is it a 3-wood?
Yeah, I got 3-wood. That is this one, I think. Nope, I bought that one the other day off eBay. Get to that one.
You gone Rogue?
I've gone the Callaway Rogue. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had these again, obviously made for me with a Ventus shaft, best shaft in the business.
They are proper, those shafts.
Yeah, these are the bad boys.
Jimmy talks about them a lot.
I mean, I had one on my driver, and I'll be honest with you, I snapped it.
Right.
Because I was on the 18.
Hit it too hard or aggressive?
No, I was 1 under par, and I was playing the best round of my life, and I got on the 18th hole on the Heritage, and I ducked one straight in the water, and I snapped the driver straight off. And as soon as I'd done it, I was like,
that's 400 quid down the Swanee.
400 quid shaft, and you can't even get them.
No,
you know, like you
tough,
phone up and ask one, they're like, Rory McIlroy's got them, mate. You ain't getting one. So I was fuming. But so yeah, treat these with respect. These Ventus shafts.
That's it. And what you got on that? Little 19?
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
15. Pretty standard.
Yeah, it goes. I mean, you get hold of it, it flies. So that one for me is that's a top.
Love
club.
that. Are you a high irons man? It looks like you might got a little hybrid in the bag.
I've got a hybrid, and the reason I got this hybrid, I mean, I bought it off eBay, right? It's even got a price on there, 150 quid, bargain. Yeah. Used. So little tailor-made stealth.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wasn't bothered about what was the head. I wanted the shaft.
You've got the Ventus on it again.
I wanted the shaft, so I got the shaft, and I wasn't really bothered about the head. The tailor-made stealths were brilliant anyway. So that for me, I needed a club because I kept playing. When you play off the back tees, you know, when you got a par 5, you know, you hit a nice, really long drive. And I've got 225, 235 into the green, and I didn't have a club that got me there. Right. So I was either trying to half down on a 3-wood, which is hard, or I was trying to really smash a 4-iron. So this club for me was just a club, fits in between. I know it can carry 225, lovely, gets a nice bit of height, and it's safe out of out of anything, rescue and everything, so it gets you out of trouble.
Love that.
It's a great club.
Right, I've had a little cheeky peek at the irons.
Go on.
While you were talking.
Yeah.
I see you've got two separate setups. Talk to me about that.
Yes.
From 4 to 6, you got 1 and 7 down to where'd you got another?
Yeah. So when I went to Clubhouse Golf and I was on the simulator. I was on the simulator with them. Thanks, Tubes.
Yeah.
And basically, I said after my 7-iron, I struggle a little bit with hitting with a bladed iron. So they said, well, we'll do you a double setup. So we'll do you a 4, 5 and a 6 in the Titleist T200s.
And are these sort of like locked in cavity?
So they're a bit more forgiving, a bit thicker, easier to hit, right? So they're a bit more for the average golfer, right? And then, so for me, I was like, I wanted them in a 4, 5 and 6.
Right. And then, so high-end Titleist T200, and you're dropping down.
And then, so then from a 7, 8, 9 to a pitching wedge. Yeah. Obviously custom fit.
Still Titleist.
All Titleist, but these are the T100s S's. So they're more bladed, better feel, harder to hit, but from a 7-iron down, I'm confident I can get a really nice strike on them. So they absolutely fly. Yeah. I mean, I tested a lot of clubs up there, and they were good with me. I was there for a couple of hours. and the Titleist, mate. You just can't go wrong with them.
That's becoming quite common now, isn't it? Having high-end sort of splits, like Justin Rose that just sort of goes down like totally. I know he's a pro and he still does that.
Yeah, I think I had it back in the day with some pings, and I loved them. And I had, you know, like the thicker ones from a 4, 5, and 6, and then I obviously chopped them in as you get older and you just change your clubs. And I thought, you know what, I really liked that setup. You know, it ain't got to be. Every club's got to be the same. It's got to be what works for you. And that for me works for me. And you know, you'll probably see me chili dip a few of the 5 irons today anyway. But regardless, when it's on, it's on.
And you've got a cluster of wedges here. I can see they're all SM9s.
Yes.
Box fresh, Titleist SM9s, and you've got a 48.
I've got a 48, a 56, and a 50 and a 52. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. The 60 I've just chucked in my bag recently because
it's a Cleveland. Yeah,
it's a Cleveland.
The 60
because I've heard that the Cleveland wedges are a different class, and I've heard that people rave about them. So I got myself a 60 just to see what it's like. I haven't really used that too much yet, but I've had a couple of goes of it, and it looks all right. But
so that could be in the pond pretty.
That could be a fat.
We'll see how we get on.
That might get snapped in half today, you know. So
and then the flat stick with a little. Is that a little Wizzo?
That is a Wisley head cover. Because when you take this off, mate, you're going to be. What is that? Right. This is an old Ping answer from about 1995.
Look at that.
I bought that at a boot sale for £5.
But with putting, mate, does it matter what?
Mate, I bought it. I thought, you know what? It was the grip. So I wanted the grip, and I thought it's a Ping answer. You know, it's decent.
Sort of, yeah.
It's got a super stroke grip. I bought it at a boot sale for a £5. Started using it. And I've spent fortunes on putters. Yeah. Fortunes. I mean, I spent 250 quid on one the other day, another Ping. And I just always go back to this.
Yeah.
It just
if it's not broke, don't fix it. I guess the saying goes.
I just feel confident with it, you know. And when I'm standing over it, I just feel like it's nice, it's balanced. And you know, when you look at the pros and everyone goes, they upgrades their drivers and all that, trying to nick a yard. You don't need that with a putter.
Well, Tiger with Scotty, he's had that for how many years?
You know, and
he was all right, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Tiger done all right with that, didn't he? And I watch Brad Faxon, you know, I watch his stuff on YouTube and that, and he's got his old putter from, you know, like 1980. Yeah. You know, so it's like putter, you don't need to upgrade. If it feels right, keep it.
I think it's a mental thing of putting sometimes as well. If you think you're putting, you do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all mental, I think, putting. Yeah. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos and I'm always trying to improve your putting. Everyone tries to improve their putting, don't they? And it's all about just, you got to believe, you got to visualise it going in the hole. And with this, I just feel like when I'm with it, I mean, you're saying this, right? I think you're a 4-putt today on the first hole. Well, I'm going to do a John Rahm, aren't I, on the first hole?
We've got audience coming down now, so you've got that to play with.
I mean, I'm more nervous about playing in front of audience when I walked out of Wembley and played against Man United.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's mad.
A lot of ex-pros say that when they come on the channel.
I know.
Because it's not what you're good at. It's where you are good at golf, but you're not a professional at it. You're a professional at football. You knew what you were doing.
You give me a ball, I'll pluck it out of the sky from 60 yards.
But sing it in top bins.
You want me to zip one in there from 75 yards to 4 feet. I mean, it's going to get chunked in the lake.
Cut me out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good fun, mate. But
so that's the clubs done.
Yep.
My favourite little part. I don't know if you've got many in there. I haven't looked.
Go on.
I should have prepped. What balls do you use? Sort of what we're saying. Gloves, like range finders. What have you got in there?
I mean, so I'm lucky again.
Yeah.
Got hooked up on the electric. The electric trolley. Yeah. These are brilliant because it gives you.
I've got this exact same one.
They're absolutely fantastic. Yeah. The motor caddies, you can't go wrong with them. But it gives you the GPS.
Yeah.
So it gives you front, back, and centre. It gives you hazards. Yeah. So I always have that, and then I've got.
And you rely on that most of the time.
I use
if you want
that,
a specific sort of gun on the.
Yeah. So if I'm like 250 yards away, and it just gives you it just gives you But if I'm give or take a few yards, you know. But if I'm like close and I'm trying to be really accurate, then I'll get the rangefinder out. But I mean, they're so good. You don't even really need a rangefinder.
And what's that? What have you got in there?
It's just
an old Bushnell.
It's just an old Bushnell, mate.
Works,
does the job. I mean, you only need to know the yards. I know you can get all the slope stuff and all that, but I've been playing golf long enough to know that you can add 4 or 5 yards here and there from the slope. But got the old Pro V's. I mean, I've just had some. My caddies here. Go on, cad. Here you go. Look, right on cue. Bosh. Got the old London Club
Pro V or
Titleist Pro VX.
You don't make X's.
Well, Jimmy might use a soft Bullard because he's got a 80 swing speed, isn't he? But I'm 150, so I need the bad boy.
That's it.
So this thing flies out there and it's trusty. I never lose them.
And how are you signing it? What you got in there? Just straight back.
I just do straight back and the red dot. I might put Jimmy Bullard on it later on. There's a mug or something. Just to really,
give it to him as a souvenir.
Just give it to him as a souvenir when he's 4 down after 5.
Right.
Well, we'll see. But I mean, you can't go wrong with. I mean, you don't need too much. I mean, I play a lot. I'm a good golfer, but You know, I've got some, you know, DT Solos, a Pinnacle Gold in there.
Yeah,
you know, like,
a couple of Slazengers.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple of practice balls in here as well. You know, like nick them off the range.
You never know when you need them.
You never know when you need them. You know what, I'm having one. I'm going to use a practice ball for now.
Love that.
But yeah, that's all good, mate.
Well, I think that's the
got the Callaway Rogue.
Mate.
Can't go wrong with the boys.
Yeah, I think that's the bag.
Clubhouse Golf, hook me up.
Right, legend. Thanks, mate.
Let's go.
On to the big match.
Let's crack on.